Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover Operation Career. Today, inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies who value their unique skills. Higher education is crucial for personal and professional growth. Active duty service members and veterans, including those at institutions like Springfield College, understand and are energetically pursuing knowledge while advancing their opportunities.
My name is Luis Rodriguez.
My name is Shaterika Abdul Razak.
I'm Mary Beth Cooper, the president of Springfield College.
While serving in the military is both tough and rewarding, the quest for higher education after serving your country can be just as daunting for some in our veteran community.
This is an interesting time in higher education for a lot of reasons. People are wondering about the value of getting a 4-year degree. Is it worth it? So we are in the business of making sure people understand that the value of getting a degree is quite worth it. And so our job as an institution is to ensure they have a place to grow and develop.
I really feel like they care. You know, knowing me, a place that has the same goals, same objectives, as myself.
Springfield College is a place for veterans because we and the people helping business. And I can imagine, as a military service member, you had a purpose to help people, to serve your country. And here you have the chance to do it again.
And while you're doing it again, you have the comfort of knowing that 98% of bachelor's degree recipients are employed or are in graduate school within 6 months of graduating, one of the highest postgraduate placement rates in the nation.
In leadership to service to others is what makes us remarkable and what makes us stand out amongst the competition.
Once I actually visited the campus, the staff, how welcoming everyone's there to help you. So I absolutely loved it from the first visit here.
I chose this field because I wanted to help people and, get them to understand themselves and how to better navigate life.
Luis felt this calling while still in the Marine Corps.
During the Marine Corps, I found that a lot of my peers, they had difficulty, managing their emotions and just like their overall thoughts. And I felt like I could, be a part of that and help them, guide them through those emotions and how to properly cope with them.
I chose the field because I wanted to be a part of the change. I come from a place of poverty, and there were many people who helped me, and I just want to give back to the community. It's just the same as the military. Just working with a team of people to really just try to make a change, to just try to better our communities, our country.
Helping veterans is at the heart of the Springfield College experience.
A lot of our veterans came to us a number of years ago and said, there's not a place for us. And so we created a space on campus that is a home for them to come to, especially after serving.
Leaving the service, the civilian transition was a lot of stress on me. And it was an easy transition for sure. The Veterans Center is a place where veterans could be veterans.
Yeah, transitioning is very hard. It's definitely hard. I'm so used to being Staff Sergeant Abdul Razak and trying to realize that I'm no longer wearing that hat. Just trying to adjust to the civilian life can be very challenging. So the Veterans Center is very hands-on. They reach out to you and they give you every knowledge, every bit of knowledge that they have, as well as walk you through any challenges that you may be having.
I would tell a veteran when he or she comes on campus is, how do you feel? And if you feel like this is home, come here. We're here. We're ready to help you make the transition, and we want to see you meet your own goals. That's the most powerful thing.
Springfield College. Keep moving.
Well, welcome back to Military Makeover Operation Career. I'm joined today in studio by Mr. Mike Jennings, who's the CEO and founder of Absolutely American. Their mission is connecting private and government employers with skilled veterans who are seeking employment. And thanks so much for being here, sir.
Well, thank you for having
Absolutely,
me.
really, absolutely. You know, Mike, you and I are both veterans, and we served our country, and then we had a relatively seamless transition into civilian life. But a lot of our veterans don't find this transition as seamless. Why is that?
Well, I'll tell you, a big part of that is the language barrier. Military veterans, most of us, we come into the service right out of high school or very quickly thereafter. We come into a military environment where we speak a language all our own with full of government acronyms and slang. We learn a certain type of business that isn't necessarily done outside of the military itself. So when it comes time to make that transition, trying to understand for them what it is that they've done while they were serving and applying that to a civilian occupation is really difficult. The other part of this, I guess, is expectations. I've found that military veterans do extremely well whenever it is that they know what it is that's expected of them. And the military makes it clear what those expectations are, but as they go to make their civilian transition, those expectations are not as clear. The next part of that is the environment itself and what it is that what they're about to encounter. So if you think about whenever it is that we get ready to go downrange in military operation, there's always a degree of intel that goes in front of us with this, and we seek in-country guides to do that. So we've oftentimes found that the military veteran is more inclined to be okay with taking that hill than they are with going out there and finding that job.
So Mike, now tell us how Absolutely American works.
When we first started the company, our focus was really simple, which was treat everybody it is the way it is that we would want to be treated and do our very best work, which means always trying to improve and continuing to get better. And one of the things it is that we're most proud of that has come from that is not only the life-changing transitions that we've been able to facilitate with the people that we've worked with, but also the commitment it is that we have made in building our company from the ground up to deliver return on investments to the people who use our services. And we have been so serious about this that 2018 was our best year. And literally at the end of that year, we were not satisfied with the level of service. So literally dumped the entire company out on the floor and rebuilt it from the ground up to make sure that we could look at an employer and be confident in saying that not only are you going to get service from us, but you're going to get results that last.
That's so great. And how do you help transitioning veterans connect with corporate employers?
Certainly it starts with the individuals coming to us and registering with us and making themselves known. And from there, it really goes into diving deep on value systems. Before you can make a military transition, you really need to understand what it is that's really important to you. And we spend a lot of time working with people trying to uncover those value systems that they want to align and then prioritizing them. And then from there, to figure out the kinds of roles it is that they want, it really starts with whatever functional duty they were doing in the military and that part of the job that they have. What is it that they want to do more of that they were currently doing? What do they want to do less of that they were doing? And what would they like to add to their job that isn't too much of a leap from where it is that they are right now?
A lot of them don't understand that a job in the military is equivalent in some ways in the civilian world to maybe 5, 6, 7 other verticals, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I would argue even more than that, because with that comes a lot of opportunity.
And they need to understand these opportunities and everything from construction to engineering to you name it, right?
Law enforcement, logistics, there's all kinds of places that those types of functional duties can fit.
Let's break it down and tell them how it really works.
When it comes down to it is that most people come in contact with us, come to us through our events, registering for one of our job fairs, or coming to us as part of our online job board and resume service. And from that point, we work the process of matching them with the employers who are attending our events, or they can apply to jobs that are on that site. We have a military skills translator, and our military transition guide helps people tremendously with this process. And then on the other bookend of this is our Absolutely American services that are a lot more in depth for individuals who are coming from the technical engineering and more the management backgrounds.
And businesses across this country need to understand that they are going to truly benefit by hiring a veteran, right?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, if there is no benefit, this is a charity. And America is not built on supporting charitable work. So the value of a veteran has been very well well established. We see people who have the ability to learn training very quickly, apply it to a job, and then be able to extend that to other duties. And then they go and they do this work in some of the most difficult environments on the planet. And all of the while doing it in service to the country, maintaining a great attitude, good order and discipline.
And also making sure that they can survive.
That's right, that's a fact.
And now you have a podcast, right?
Yes, we do.
Tell me a little bit about the podcast, come on.
It's called the Military Minute, militaryminute.us, and it's a podcast that's designed to be short and brief, but informational to support not only the transition process, but the long-term career success of the military member. Our objective is to not just make the transition. The transition itself is just the first step in the career, and there's many other after that. But most of us veterans tend to identify ourselves as veterans first before it is that we do anything else.
And now you also have a book, right?
We do. It's actually just been released, and it's an all-new approach to looking at the military to civilian transition. And what we've tried to do in the book is really help the military veteran understand what it is that they're going to be facing and how to plan for it properly. Because it's always been my philosophy that the military veteran will know what to do if they can understand what's expected. So we're trying to give them a view of what this process looks like and help them work their way through it and be able to absorb this in a very easy to read manner.
You know, when you think back on everything that you've done so far, what's been one of the most rewarding things that you or maybe some of your employees have gone through or helped with?
Well, certainly you can look at any number of the cases where there was a particular hardship with the individual, and we have a countless number of those. But one of the ones that I will say that has been most impactful to me recently has been actually working with companies and helping to change their trajectory, not only through the work it is that we do with connecting them with military veterans, but also in the way it is that through our experience and our expertise, we've been able to help them, to coach them to be better in their recruiting, better in their onboarding and their value propositions, and even setting up some of their organization better in order to help their business succeed. And that's been great.
Where can vets go if they want to get started?
AbsolutelyAmerican.com or corporategray.com.
Thank you so much, Mike, for being here, sir.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. And okay, we'll be back right after this. And of course, if you want more information, you can always go to our website. Thank you, sir. Next up, Seek Now, an innovative leader in the insurance industry that's transforming the way homeowners experience service. They're a pioneering force that combines cutting-edge technology with heartfelt commitment to their team and the community. Specializing in comprehensive property inspections and assessments, military veterans make up a large part of their team.
I am Russ Carroll, and I am founder and CEO of Seek Now. When storms happen in the U.S., hurricanes, tornadoes, hailstorms, windstorms, homeowners call their insurance company to file a claim. And when that happens, they call Seek Now. And we deploy our resources using a technology platform. It's uber efficient and sends out one of our expert resources to capture the ground truth data for that claim and provide it to the insurance carrier in real time so that they can make a fast and efficient, accurate settlement and take care of the U.S. homeowners.
My name is Mark Adams, Director of Drive Academy. Yes, my time in the military shaped who I am and the leader that I am. From actually serving 20 years in the Air Force, I was in all kinds of different fields, from jet engine mechanic to facilitating process improvement at much larger scales. That's what then led me to working now in the quality and continuous improvement industry that I've been in for the last 8 years since separating active duty.
Hi, I'm Will Sanderson. I've been with Seek Now for 7 years. Since then, I've held the roles of mentor, team lead, and most recently in 2023 was promoted to Regional Field Manager of the Northwest. The first thing I noticed about Seek Now that I liked was the camaraderie. You felt like there was a sense of community. Everybody was going for the same goal. It was a lot of everybody helping everybody else out and everybody fitting into this group of Team Green that they had developed. I enlisted in 2009 and served 5 years. I was stationed in Charleston for training, and I was stationed in Virginia Beach, Norfolk for 3 years when I was assigned to my ship, the CVN-77, the George H.W. Bush.
So Seek Now's Team Green culture is probably the closest thing to that military camaraderie culture that I've experienced since I was in service. Everyone is together, everyone is so supportive, and everyone is really after the same kind of mission that we had in service, where it's about helping the community. Somebody who's gone through this experience and now their most prized possession, probably their biggest investment, they're now concerned and worried about. They want real-time answers and solutions. And so that Team Green culture that's here to provide that community service while at the same time providing support for each other.
Aaron Levi Smith. I am a Seek Now inspector. I spent 4 years in the United States Marine Corps, where I spent at 3rd Battalion, 2nd Marines in CAT platoon, weapons company. I was a machine gunner in CAT. I wanted to go fight. I felt like that's what I wanted to do since I was about 5. I wanted to do something. I didn't just want to grow up and get a normal job. I wanted to be out and about doing things and actually doing a meaningful job that I felt purpose and driven in. It forced me to grow up at such a young age going into the Marine Corps, especially the Marine Corps itself is a very in-your-face type of branch, a very get after it, get on the ground running, do things right. So it shaped every part of me for the most part. Leadership, teamwork, taught me how to be a man, forced me to grow up and to be a man and to learn how to take charge in difficult situations. Seek Now made my transition into the civilian world effortless due to their communication, their willingness to go to work, and that really rubbed off on me from day one. They're just happy to be at work. They're happy to work for the company they work for, and that's made me that much happier. I look forward to getting my claims every night at 6 and doing my scope sheets and getting up and being able to go do a job that I love and enjoy and that I find purpose in and that I'm driven to do.
Yes, so our internships that we offer to the military community allows them to be able to come in, learn about being a field inspector with Seek Now and conducting roof and property inspections for the insurance industry. And after their internship is complete, they have a guaranteed role with us. So now they know that they're separating from service and into a new industry, but with a legitimate field that they've got all this experience and certifications in.
What sets Seek Now's Skill Bridge program apart from any other is the skills they provide to you, the ability that you're stepping into an industry that with endless earning potential. They're not just doing inspections like a lot of other companies are doing. They're providing you with and giving you the ability to utilize technology and some of the most innovative technology you can possibly utilize in home inspections. And Seek Now is constantly branching off doing new things, and that's leading off to more opportunities for you as an inspector if you choose to do Skill Bridge and then come on as a full-time inspector with Seek Now.
Veterans have great opportunity with Seek Now. I'm the perfect example, although I'm not a veteran, but I started doing roof inspections myself and risen to found the company and become CEO over time. We have more than 1,400 people working for us today. And I'm super excited to see veterans evolve and rise in the organization, just like so many of our other seekers all around have risen into management and executive positions.
Great to see that after sacrificing so much to our military service, today's veterans have found careers where they've been able to thrive. I'm Montel Williams. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Military Makeover Operation Career. We'll see you next time.